Hello and welcome to my video on the power of words and affirmations. We have already looked at the fact that everything is energy, even things that we can't see with the human eye. So we looked at emotions, we looked at thoughts, and now we're going to look at words. So a lot of people underestimate the power of words and the power of affirmations. A lot of people, when we have this practice of the self-healing practice of repeating affirmations, a lot of people sort of, think, it doesn't really do much. But the truth is that you are affirming every minute of every day with your own self-talk. And not only that, but if you are listening to media or other people or any videos or any input of words, whether it's coming from outside of you or inside of you, you are subject to the frequency and the energy of those words, whether you know it or not. So I'm really hoping today to raise your awareness of that so that you can make conscious choices to choose the highest vibrating words and enjoy the installation of positive affirmations. So, because we really are affirming all the time with your own self-beliefs. What you think about yourself is probably the most powerful effect on your frequency. And that's where we're going today with this. So the first thing I want to do, of course, with any talk on the power of words is to share my screen with this picture from, there we go. I hope that shares now. So this is, these are some photographs from Masaru Emoto. He's not with us anymore. He passed over in 2014, I think it was. But a Japanese researcher, philosopher, and he was famous for working with water molecules. So he basically took water, he took polluted water and got a group of, I think it was monks, to pray over the polluted water. And then he looked at it under a microscope again and could see how the formation of these molecules changed with the energy of the prayer, with the energy of the intention, with the love and blessings and healing that was directed at the water. So the first picture you can see is the water molecule before the prayer. So it doesn't look very balanced. It doesn't look very clear. It doesn't look so harmonious. It doesn't even look that pretty, right? If we want to use those terms. Now, you look at the one next to it, the water molecule after offering a prayer. So this is what the water molecules looked like after that beautiful high frequency intention and blessing was placed on the water. So remembering that we are 70% water, I often use this as an example of if you talk to your body with love, literally we can beautify ourselves from the inside out. I love that concept. It makes perfect sense to me. So when you're sort of rubbing your creams in or massaging, just love your body. And I don't mean love it in an egotistical way, isn't it beautiful? I mean, love it as in, isn't it serving you? You've had it all your life and it still works. Isn't that wonderful? Just, love every part of your being. And if you do that, you can literally transform the molecules in your water. I mean, you can transform all aspects of your body that way, but we're looking at the molecules of the water at the moment. You could literally beautify it. It's not just beautifying it. It's clearer, it's purer, it's more symmetrical, it's more in balance, it's more harmonious. Okay, and this is what we want. It's energy, and we want to be balanced and harmonious. So then looking at the ones at the bottom, this is what I wanted to come on to, the power of words, how words can make a difference to the energy of something. So this first one is thank you. This is what gratitude does for you. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, just thank you. That's how beautiful thank you is, gratitude. That we talk about gratitude being a very powerful healing technique. It really is. Just showing gratitude for yourself, for everything in your life, you know, gratitude lists, whether you do it in your head or what have you. You're just creating this beautiful structure, you know, within your energy field. I just think it's lovely. The one in the middle is for comparison. Okay, Masaru Emoto exposed these water molecules to different words, the energy of different words. He's also done this with music, by the way. I'm going to put a link in below to his website so you can see the effect of different music and also different pictures. I mean, everything is energy. So he's done a study on the whole lot. So I'll put a link in below for that. But this one, you can see, you make me sick, I will kill you. I mean, they're horrible words, aren't they? I just felt horrible just saying them, just reading them. So this is, look at it, it's not balanced, it's not harmonious. I mean, it doesn't look very nice, to be honest. It looks full of negative energy, if you ask me. And then look at the last one, love and appreciation. I'm always saying, you know, just showing love and appreciation to yourself first and then to others. This is, look how beautiful it is. It's intricate, it's just beautiful. And again, it's balanced, it's pure, it's clear, it's harmonious. So these are the results of water molecules when they have been exposed to the words of love and appreciation. So I just think it's an amazing study and something to really think about when you are using your words. Because if you were going to say, let's say you were going to say to somebody, you make me sick, or, you know, I will kill you, or even if you're saying it in jest, you know, even if you're just in a little banter with your sibling or something, you know, but these words stick, but just so that you know that that effect is going to be on you because you said it. Even if you're saying it to somebody else, the energy of it is still going to affect you. So, you know, we really need to think about our words and how we use them. So I wanted to share that to begin with. And it also reminds me of a beautiful example I had in a yoga class one day, because I often do the, and I'll come on to this in a minute, the sway testing with words, so that you can see which words are positive for your body and which words are negative. We were looking at love, and love just expands you. The word love just expands you. Unless, of course, you know, you don't love yourself and you have negative views about love, then of course it can bring up all of that stuff. Okay. But that's even more the reason to align with the energy of the word love. We're going to look at the importance of loving yourself in the next video. So for now, I just want to look at the power of the words. So we were looking at love in this class I was doing, and people were going forward, you know, with the expansion that comes with focusing on the energy of love and the word love. Even if you just think it, we were doing that as well. You can say the word love, but you can think the word love and still you expand into it. And then, of course, if you use hate, you go backwards with the sway test. I'll put a link into the sway test as well again, because often when you're practicing the sway test, you can feel the energy of whatever you're thinking or saying. And if it's in alignment with you, you'll go forward. And if it's not in alignment with you, you'll go backwards. So if you're saying, I love and accept myself, and you go backwards, then you know that it's one for you to practice. But again, the self-love ones will come in the next video. But we were talking about the word love, and this girl in the class just literally said to me, so if I just think love all the time, my body will be physically stronger. And she was just realizing, having an aha moment. And I was like, yes, yes, Energetically, that is exactly it. Energetically, if you are just thinking love thoughts about loving people, loving activities, things you love, loving yourself, or just positive things, it does make your physical body stronger, and your emotional body, and your mental body, and your spiritual body. Of course, it nurtures your soul. It expands you into more of who you are. So the power of words is super, super important. And as I've already just said about the sway test, you can use it with love and hate. Just saying the word hate, I mean, it makes me want to contract. I mean, just saying the word, it just makes the cells of your body want to contract, which of course is the opposite of what we're looking for, right? I use it most commonly with I can and I can't. And I find them very interesting because the verb for I can, I mean, here in Spain, is actually the same as the word for power. And I find that, amazing because I can, literally just using the words I can empowers you. And saying I can't, you're literally affirming the lack of that reality in your life. And that's why just the words I can't are so damaging. I mean, if you can find other words to use instead, like, the time isn't right at the moment or things like that, because I can't do it, I can't afford it, I can't do what I want, you're just affirming all the time because you are creating, because we're looking at thoughts become words, become deeds. That is how we create. We create. The thoughts become our words, the words become our deeds, and we create. So words are super, super important, okay? Because the words usually come after the thought, even if the words are in your head. If you have a thought, the words are in your head. Okay, so if you have a positive thought and inspiration, this is why it's so important to share your inspired ideas, because you have an inspired idea, talk to someone about it. Because when you're inspired and you just share it with somebody else, you are putting it into manifestation. Literally by using the words to share what your inspired desires are. But you're not focusing on them, I can't do it. You're focusing on them, I've got this inspired idea, and just follow that energy, because by putting them into words, that's the manifestation. Thought, word, deed. That is quantum manifestation made very simple. Okay, so I can and I can't. Sway test it. Those of you that can sway test, okay. Those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, check out the sway testing video. Sway test, I can, and you go forward, I can't, and you go backwards. And just see the power of just affirming that you can do stuff. That's why yes, I can is so powerful. Even just yes is powerful. Yes will take you forward. No will take you backwards. So we can see that words have such an obvious effect on our physical body. If it can make us go forwards or backwards in a sway testing, practice, words have power. Okay, so it's really, really important because when they have energy, okay, there is an energy around the word. Now, if you're not in alignment with it, when you're saying your affirmations, okay, and I'm going to put a list of affirmations in the description, and I'm also going to put a link to, I've got a blog post, I wrote it a few years ago, because chapter 1, book 1 is all about affirmations. So I'll put a link in to download my first book because it's completely free to download from my website, but also I'll put a link into my blog on affirmations, because when you're saying your affirmations, even if you're not quite in alignment with it, you're going to raise your frequency to become in alignment with it. Okay, now if you're going to say an affirmation and you're a long way away from it, it's going to get stuck in your throat and it's going to feel quite uncomfortable. Okay, but we just need to practice saying it. We just need to keep practice saying it until it becomes more and more comfortable, until it becomes more fluent within the cells of our body. So it is a bit of a practice in the beginning, but you are literally on an energy level aligning your frequency with the positive higher frequency of that affirmation. So affirmations serve such a perfect in such a perfect way to raise your vibration, to raise your frequency. And if something isn't true for you, you know, like I want to go back to I love and accept myself, but that's what I'm going to do in the next video. But any affirmations, whether it be about prosperity, your health, you know, my body is always healing itself. You know, the universe is a safe place. You know, if you just keep going with the affirmation, you will start aligning with it. Because if you think about it, we have programmed ourselves to the opposite. We've programmed ourselves to believe we can't do things and to believe that things are not going our way. That's all programming. You can equally program yourself positively. And it's like the song, the chorus of a cheesy song that gets stuck in your mind, you know, and you just keep saying it. Well, I always suggest with affirmations that you find a selection of affirmations that you need, try and learn them by heart, by repeating them morning, noon, and night, when you're cleaning your teeth, when you're in the bathroom, when you're driving, you know, your car on your own, when you're doing the dishes, all the time. You know, just keep saying them, because for as long as you're saying them, you're not thinking anything negative. So that really works as well. But also, just by keep saying them and memorizing them, you can recite them, you can memorize them, you just repeat them, you can write them, you can record them, you can put them on Post-its around the house. But I suggest that you sing them, you can make a mantra out of them, you know. So I suggest you make a little ditty, like a little chorus out of them, and just make it into a little song, and then it gets stuck in your head, right? But that's great, because then you'll just find yourself cleaning the house one day and you're repeating this little ditty of, you know, I'm happy, healthy, secure, and, you know, I love and accept myself, and, you know, every experience I have is a success. I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. All my relationships are harmonious. You just come out with all these, you know, affirmations, and they come out like some kind of catchy tune that's stuck in your head. If you can keep a catchy tune stuck in your head from listening to a song once, just imagine what you can do with your affirmations. Okay, so I just want to do a quick word on creating affirmations. You want to make sure they're in the present tense, make sure that you're saying it's already existed. You're not going to say I want, because want equals lack, because want shows that you don't have it. So you're just going to be repeating your lack. So it's got to be saying that you already have something. It cannot be saying, I will do this, or I'm going to do this, because then you're always going to not be doing it in the now. You're always going to be wanting to do it in the future. So it has to be present tense. You have to talk about it as if you already have it. Okay, that is a really important part of creating your affirmations. If you are sway testing, then obviously you want to repeat the ones that are negative. Obviously, even the ones that are positive and you go forward, it's like, yay, they just make you feel good to keep repeating them. So you can. So you want to make sure that they're in the present tense. And I always suggest like maybe 6 or 8 affirmations and just start learning them. You know, I've even had times that if you just got a couple of minutes, you're waiting in a queue somewhere, you know, you can just think, you know, what are you going to do with your time? So your mind starts wandering. So I just go, oh, I'm going to see if I can remember all 8 of my affirmations and just repeat them to myself. While I'm waiting in this queue, or while I'm waiting, you know, for the internet to stop buffering or whatever. So plenty of opportunities in life just to keep repeating them, and make sure that they get stuck in your head, because that's how you're going to raise your vibration, and that's how you make it true. That's how you can make it true for you. So yeah, the more you say them, the more opportunity you're giving yourself to raise your vibration. So I hope that helps. I hope I've covered everything. I'm not sure. If not, I'll cover it in the next video, which will be about the importance of loving and accepting yourself. And the affirmations will come into that as well. So hopefully you'll go on and find that video. But for now, lots of love to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.